r/AskReddit, what expensive product isn't any better than cheaper variants? Watch out for the no splash bleach though. It doesn't actually sterilize. I was shocked. It's on the label. Ibuprofen. FDA regulated / approved generics are pretty much required to be exactly the same as their name brand equivalents. Especially true for antihistamines. The name brand OTC antihistamines are easily 10 times the cost of their generic equivalents. Costco Kirkland products meet or exceed other brands. Welcome to Costco, I love you. A coffin. When I'm dead, just throw me in the trash. Some funeral directors reveal this is one of the biggest scams. They want to maximize profit and sort of prey on the grieving people's emotions. Don't you want the very best for your /___________________________________________________________________________________________________________________:///////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////// _______. Not really. I saw a reality show on Corncob TV that had videos of people falling out of the bottom of coffins. Just body after body busting out of shitwood hitting pavement. Gucci nail polish. It's $40 and works worse than the $1.59 LA Colors cheapo stuff. Couple 2x4s and a tarp, chuck 'em in a hole and cover it with dirt. Good to go. Men vs. women's shaving cream and razors. Just buy the male products and save $. Edit, spelling, and spacing. I don't shave often, and when I do it's just my neck/cheekbone areas, so I may not be the best judge here, but I gave up on buying shaving cream and just use conditioner now. Moralax. Walgreens brands works just fine to avoid digestion-related pain. CVS brand is just as good, too. Magic erasers aka melamine sponges. We get out for $3 for 8 of them at Daiso. My wife worked at a factory that packages MR Clean erasers. They'd have huge mattress size sheets that would get cut smaller. They'd package half into MR Clean packages and half into dollar store packages. Same exact product. Literally. I swear they used to be better quality and held up longer, but now they're just as craptastic as the knockoffs. The rule of thumb is you should never buy anything from a luxury brand that brand isn't known for. Buying nail polish or perfume or shoes from Gucci is stupid. Wow, till I thought the Mr. Clean brand just came up with an amazing concoction. $7 for a 100 pack on Amazon. Amazing. All dishwasher jet dry comes from the same factory, same product, cheap or fancy. Brand name Imodium. Loperamide. Name brand PCR plates. Depends on which application you're doing and your temp range. Liquid eyeliner. I've tried so many more expensive liquid liners recommended by friends and bloggers over the years, and my drugstore physician's formula brand liner is superior to them all. I always buy the $3 e.l.f. eyeliner pens in bulk. I honestly prefer the short, thin tip of the e.l.f. pen much more than the $25 to $40 high-end alternatives. My favorite is NYX. Pry that brand from my cold dead fingers. Thanks for the rec, I'll give this one a go. I loved Stila and KVD for years, but there are limitations to each that make the price point untenable. You're paying for the brand. Pregnancy tests from Dollar Tree or in bulk off Amazon. There is no reason to spend $15 for 2 tests from the drugstore, the cheaper ones are more sensitive. I pried open one of those electronic ones with a display that says if you're pregnant or not. Inside was a cheap pregnancy test strip. OEM parts for a lot of Japanese cars. A lot of it is just rebranded Denso stuff, so you can buy it significantly cheaper elsewhere without any quality loss because the only difference is the name slapped on it. Agreed. It's similar for many German cars too. The OEM stuff is often rebranded no-name parts at inflated prices. Some generic medicine is made in the same factory and are the same pills as the name brand. You just covered 5 different posts above you with one. Congratulations. Paracetamol. Freedom name, acetaminophen. Brand name drugs versus generics is a classic case where the higher price doesn't equal higher quality. Generics contain the same active ingredients and undergo rigorous testing to ensure they're just as effective as their brand name versions. Nicotine patches. The cheaper Walmart store brand patches stick far better than Nicoderm patches. Evernote. Used it free for 12 years. Then suddenly it wants me to pay $130/year, with option to upgrade to a $170/year tier, which is insane. I now use Obsidian, a free and better product. Designer sunglasses. Beyond a certain point, you're mostly paying for the brand name and style, not significantly better protection or durability than many mid-range alternatives. More to the point, almost all eyewear, designer and not, comes from one company, Luxottica, that has been working to systematically monopolize it, including price fixing. They also own a vision insurance company. Isn't style like 90% of the reason people buy them though? I could get $25 ones from Costco, but they ain't Wayfarers. Children's Tylenol and infant Tylenol, and their generic counterparts, are identical. So a lot of parents buy infant Tylenol at a 100% markup when they can simply buy children's Tylenol. I was livid when I found out with my second child. This was exactly how a couple dozen kids died. Pretty sure they changed how things are measured out for kids now, but yeah, it was a big news story. The latest and greatest smartphones may boast minor upgrades at premium prices, but often, last year's model, or even the one before that, will serve you just as well without the steep cost. The rapid pace of technology means you're paying a lot more for slightly improved features. Mascara. I've worked for LUM, Chanel, Benefit, Ulta and AMP, MAC. The best mascaras I've ever used were less than $10 at the grocery store LOL. Maybelline all the way. Contact lenses cleaning solution. Some store brand are the exact same formulation as the brand name. I think this depends. I've tried almost every generic of Biotrue and Biotrue gives me the longest comfort on a daily basis every time. Been using Evernote for 12 years also and I am about to make the change too. 130 to 170 a year for a note app when there are free alternatives is a ludicrous business model. Diamonds are objectively worse than synthetics, and are even more worse than moissanite. And you don't have to worry about how many people died mining it for you. Microwave ovens. I read that Sharp makes 90% of them. There are some quality differences in microwaves. My last one was cheap and the fucker rusted. New one was part of the Bosch for Life range, i.e. should last 20 years minimum I believe. Much more expensive but much better built. Midea makes most of them, Panasonic still makes some of its own. Vitamin C serums. The more expensive ones that come in a glass jar and a dropper, and cost $150 plus, don't work better than the $15 Vanacream. If anything, they're worse than the Vanacream because they oxidize and lose efficacy. Don't buy Zyrtec. Any 10 ml Ketorizin pills work just as well and are way cheaper. Expensive sneakers can be all the rage, with limited editions and collaborations driving prices through the roof. But when it comes to actual performance and durability, many reasonably priced pairs match or even outperform their costlier counterparts. Toothpaste. The dollar store Colgate isn't any better than the $7 Colgate. Quality is the same but just for what it's worth, it is a smaller package at the dollar store. I've found dollar store bleach works just as well as Clorox. Prescription grade toothpaste is better with higher fluoride though, but in terms of over the counter yet, I opt for the Gum Defense / Gum Health toothpaste. Haven't found generic version. Dr. Dre's Beats headphones. I read an article where they broke apart a pair of Beats to see what was inside. There is a weight in each ear cup to make them feel heavier, because consumers tend to associate a heavier product with a more sturdy, well-made product. Without the weight they just felt light and cheap. Salt. Now, if you're getting fancy and are looking to achieve something unique, that's another thing, but for the average home cook you don't need Loki's enchanted tears to make dinner. A table salt is enough to help flavor and carry a dish, or whatever salt is reasonably priced. Diamond Crystal Kosher Salt all day. Water. No, bottled, especially imported mineral water. I had a coworker once into nice expensive water and I got interested in trying a lot. Definitely good. I could never knock her for it. She was European and hated American water, she said, didn't drink alcohol or coffee, which I am a connoisseur of both, so to each their own. Yeti cups. I've used them, and I can keep stuff cold or hot for just as long with my comparable Ozark Trail cups from Walmart. My wife and her coworker took 32 ounces cups from Yeti, Stanley, OT, and a few other brands, filled them all with ice, and let them sit at room temperature. The last one that still had ice in it at the end was the Ozark Trail. Amazon replacement cables for Apple products. Don't go too cheap or you'll get this is not a supported accessory. That's because all commercially sold bleach is, like, 3 to 9% sodium hypochlorite, i.e., bleach, and 91 to 97% water. Same with vinegar, 94% water, and hydrogen peroxide, 97% water. Mostly water, some chemical. Former Apple engineer, a lot of technology is put into those cables and charging bricks/adapters. While I am not saying you must buy only Apple cables, I advise staying away from those cheap knockoffs, at least for using them for extended periods of time. Nivea cream scientifically found the same as expensive cream la mer. Maybe canned veg from the store brand. Designer water bottles might look cool, but water tastes the same whether it's from a $40 bottle or a $5 one. The primary function is to hold water and maybe keep it cool, which many affordable bottles do just as well as their pricey counterparts. A lot of people don't know or realize this, but bleach loses power in hot water. If you want it to work best, use cold water. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.